Mitch Lowe, you've made some promises on CNN. You've made some promises. You better hold to them. Welcome, everybody. This is the Film Glutton, and this is another episode of MoviePass / AMC A-List. This is the one I teased in my last episode where I do talk about my movie choice for today, what it's going to be, or at least what I'm looking at. I still haven't decided, but and within that, I want to cover the new plan. Most of you are already familiar with it, so I'm just going to touch upon the reason why I'm now calling it the Rainy Day Pass, so stay tuned for that. I'm also covering some of the downsides. And spoiler alert, I don't consider the three movie limitation as one of the downsides. I'll get to what I consider the downsides. And also, but as I was getting ready to do this video, then I see Mitch Lowe on CNN doing a quick little interview. So I'm going to cover some of those points, and because he made some promises to us. It sounded really good. So I just wanted to cover that really quickly. Okay, so let's get in. First off, of course, I saw that infamous screen that all of us on our MoviePass app that says, update your MoviePass plan, guys. That little X at the very top right corner, I click that every single time. I'm putting this to the 11th hour, guys. I'm waiting. August 15th is when I got to decide. That's next Tuesday. I'm going to decide by Monday. I don't want to actually push it till Tuesday in case something happens. So I'm going to decide by Monday, but I keep clicking it because I haven't decided if I want to go with this. Okay. So, of course it says, quote, okay, I try to put quotes on, but you also know how serious I get. And when I'm reading something all like official, because I get my serious voice on. So let's do that. Okay. Quote, you asked, we listened. We're suspending ticket verification and peak pricing, as well as adding many first-run movies. Starting with your next billing cycle, your new plan will include 3 standard movies a month for $9.95 and up to a $5 discount on additional tickets purchased. Please confirm you accept these charges, unquote. I do not accept yet. I'm going to click on that little more details button is what I did to research the topic, where I found the kind of like the truth behind it. Not like I'm uncovering something big, but first off, I do not consider the limit of the 3 movies actually that bad because I am an A-lister. Okay, so the first thing, that initial screen should have had a couple different asterisks. It should have had an asterisk around many first-run movies, and it should have had an asterisk around that $5 discount. Why? If you look at the questions, will all showtimes be supported? How will I know which blockbusters are available? Okay, let's do the quote and the super serious voice, guys. Popular showtimes may continue to be limited for a short period, but we will continue to add additional seating availability as our users migrate their plans. We encourage our members to always check them, but blah, blah, blah. That's more of that MoviePass roulette thing. You got to check your app. You got to stay on top of it. You got to be active. Okay, unquote, somewhere in there should be an unquote. So basically, of course, like any industry, like any company, they want to give you the best bang for their buck. They want to give you all the new MoviePass plans or the new releases. Their plan is to, once they become solvent, once they figure out their books and get their positive numbers going, they're going to offer you more and more of these movies. However, don't count on it, guys. Don't count on it. I didn't think Christopher Robin would be part of that block out. It did say all new, new releases, so that's a new release, but I thought that would be one of them they would let slide by just to make people happy. So my bet is, of course, I'll see it for the next week, and I'll see peak pricing for the next week until I decide. But my guess is we're still going to see a lot more limitations than they're leading on. Hopefully I'm wrong. The other asterisks about the discount, if you look at another question, it says, what is the new plan, and will my price remain the same? Of course, it covers August 15th date. It covers the 3 movies for $9.95, but it addresses the discount with the quote, and be given between a $2 to $5 discount to any additional movie tickets purchased within the billing cycle, unquote. Okay, so you will see discounts, but here's why I put that as an asterisk. I don't think they keep saying $5. I don't think we'll ever see a $5 discount. Why? I'm using reverse logic from the peak pricing. Peak pricing said anywhere between $2 to $6. I never, ever saw it go below $6. It was only $6 peak pricing. Well, that's a little bit of a lie. Let me back that up. I've seen 2 prices, a $6 peak pricing and an $8 peak pricing. it still was never, the fact that it's never been below $6 was absolutely true, but I've seen 2. It actually went above their range that they promised. What? Oh God, I was aghast last week when I saw that. That might be a little over dramatic. I apologize. But anyways, using that logic, I think we'll see a $2 discount all the time. And I even think we maybe see less than that. Am I being too pessimistic? Maybe. Now let me be a little optimistic. Let me be a little optimistic. Why I gave it the Rainy Day Pass title is because I am deciding today is a perfect day I'm kind of like not into AMC. Tomorrow is a new Spike Lee film. I'm excited about that. But beyond that, I'm not excited with Mamma Mia. I'm not excited for The Meg. So I don't want to go to AMC today because they don't offer anything interesting. However, the La Mallee, an independent theater here in Santa Monica. They do own a couple theaters, but they show independent movies, and it's one of the reasons why I have MoviePass. Now, my logic is, if you look at the screen, or just listen to me, the bargain matinee discount at the La Mallee Theater, I hope I'm saying that right. I butcher so many names. I apologize to everybody, every entity, every person. Anyways, that's $9 a ticket. So if I go see, since I'm an A-lister, I'm probably not going to go see 3 movies through MoviePass. If I see 1 a month, I break even, and it becomes something I can use. If I use 2, it becomes smart, right? It becomes smart for me to use. So if 2 days out of the month, I don't go catch an indie flick at AMC. I find one that's only at one of these independent theaters for days like today. God, it's a really nice feature. It's a really nice thing to have. The movies I'm deciding between is Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot. That's the new Joaquin Phoenix one. Seems kind of like it's kind of serious, but I love anything Joaquin Phoenix in, so I'm down. 8th Grade had that little Sundance thing. I don't know if they won an award, but it had a Sundance thing. And then the trailer looked kind of funny. It made me chuckle. There's 2 great documentaries, one on Mr. Rogers that I haven't seen, and then Generation Wealth, about wealth in America. I don't know if that would be too depressing for me, my broke ass, to go watch, but it could be interesting. I'm leaning towards Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot, but as of now, none of these are affected by peak pricing. All of them are available, and they've got perfect afternoon showtimes that I want to take my break to go see. So again, I will do an episode. I will reveal, big reveal. I will reveal what movie I see, if I was able to use MoviePass, and if peak pricing affected me. Now, really quickly, let's go and talk about some of these peak pricing. Not peak pricing, Jesus. Let's go talk about some of the interview from CNN with Mitch Lowe. It was really interesting. Okay, so he does admit right off the bat, he says, let's be honest, I don't want to put quotes around that because I just took notes, but he says it's not as good as it was, but sustainable and a great deal. Okay, so it's good. He's smart. He's being very honest. That's the biggest thing I love about this interview is, for the first time, I felt like he was being 100% honest, and he wasn't sugarcoating. He was trying to put a little spin on it, but not really sugarcoating. They did ask, here's the big one. One of the big ones for me, how do we know terms of service won't change? He says it was hard to start a business model that, quote, shoots like a rocket, unquote. But he does feel they have a right model now. That's what we need to hold the feet to the fire. They've limited this plan. If we go with this plan as users, as subscribers, we need to hold their feet to the fire. They've only need to be adding good things at this point in time. And he recognizes that. So is he honest? Let's find out. Then also he said, they asked him about AMC, about their A-list plan. And I got to be honest, again, it impressed me. He handled it with class and professionality. He only congratulated them and said, it's great to see theaters take on the business model that they started. Well, they didn't start it. Another company in Europe started it, but the fact they started in the US. But they was very, very nice about it. And then, they go on about like whether or not this new plan's going to work, and if people are going to, because they've been hemorrhaging subscribers at the same time AMC's been gaining subscribers, they've been losing subscribers. And he says on the first day, 50, I believe he said, I had a hard time hearing whether or not they said 15. It sounded like he said 15%, and then it sounded like the interviewer said 50%, but I believe it was 15%. On day one, 15% of users already converted to the new plan. All right. So they need all of them to switch over. But he also says that 85% will see no change in their plan. So it's very similar to the Triton Fund episode where they mention 88%. So he tries to make it sound like it's still a really good deal. He thinks people are going to switch over. I'm curious, guys. Are you switching over? That's it. Are we going to hold Mitch Lowe's feet? If you are, of course, let me know if you switched over to AMC A-List, if you're doing both, if you've just given up, and if you believe Mitch Lowe. But we should hold his feet to the fire to everyone that's keeping it as either a main pass, a subscription service, or if you're like me and using it as a rainy day pass, we should hold their feet to the fire. I will tell you one thing right off the bat. Now, for the next week, I will see peak pricing. But once I clicked accept and switch over and limit my movie viewing through MoviePass to 3 movies, you better not once ever hit me with the peak pricing. Unless we're talking about those IMAX ones that you promised a long time ago. If it's an upcharge because I'm upgrading, you know me, I love my upgrades, then that's fine. But if it's even one peak pricing for just a standard movie, I'm done. But as of now, I want to keep the peak price. I want to keep my rainy day pass. So again, watch for the next episode where I talk about which movie I see, if I was able to use MoviePass, and I will review that movie and give much credit to the L'Omelette Theater. It's a great theater. Go out and support your independent theaters, especially now while you got MoviePass. I think that covers it, guys. We're right at 11 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Of course, provide your comments as always. I've said that 1,000 times in this episode, but keep doing it. I love the dialogue. I love all you guys. I love movies. Let's love movies together. Until next time, guys. I'm the Film Glutton, reminding you to support your indie theaters and your indie flicks, and also to never turn down an upgrade. Have a good day, folks.